When it comes to us aquarists, Petco is famous for the dollar per gallon sale. But even that is not as accurate as it used to be. It's more accurate to probably say the 50% off sale nowadays. But there's one more trick to Petco. Sort of. Hello everyone, this is Bentley, and today, beyond the Petco dollar per gallon sale, the 50% off sale, we're going to talk about another way that Petco allows us aquarists to save some money. And you might be a little disappointed, because I was. Last week we talked about the PetSmart trick. If you did not see that, it'll be up in the corner now. It is a phenomenal way to save a good amount of money, especially on some of your more expensive purchases. Petco has a few options in their app as well. So the first thing you're going to need to do is break out the old phone and download the Petco app. Once you've set up an account, you're going to have a homepage that looks something like this. You'll notice that in my particular screenshot, I have a pet that has been added named Christopher. It's actually one of my old dogs. Miss you, little buddy. But more importantly, at the top of the screen, you're going to see a button that says Vital Care. Select Vital Care, and you're going to notice that you get a lot of different options. And when we start looking into things, this is where the disappointment sinks in. Right away, you're going to see a big button down at the bottom that says Upgrade Membership. We're already starting to talk problems, right? Instead, once you go into Vital Care, if you hit the Account button, you'll actually see the ways that you can get some savings through Petco. And I'll give you some examples. Your 8th bath and groom are free. Your 10th bag of food is free. And then a limited time only, when you buy 4 supplies, you can get 5 for free. There are some limited time only examples. And then up at the top, you're going to have an X reward points until your next $5 reward. So they have kind of a small give back program where a percentage of what you spend turns into points, and that eventually accumulates in a number of different ways to get stuff back. But you're going to notice that there's not really a lot for us aquarists. This is where Vital Care becomes a problem. If you back out and go to the full My Account page, you'll see an option called Vital Care Premier. And in this particular one, you're going to see a number of different monthly paid plans depending on the type of animal you keep. That's right. To get Petco's best rewards, you have to pay monthly. Let the disappointment sink in, because this is where I personally went, you suck. I've had family members who have worked for Petco. We'll put a link in the video to some Petco horror stories with my cousin Henry, who used to work there back when I was in college. Let's say we aquarists want to know how bad can it be? For $9.99 a month, an annual commitment being required, which means despite the fact that it's a $9.99 per month, you can't cancel this. You have to be in it for a year. It's a contract. This is like getting internet service with Comcast. We all know that sucks, right? Even if you don't have Comcast, you've heard the horror stories from those of us where it's our only option. You get a $5 reward every month. So assuming that you go in monthly to buy things, now it's only $5 a month. Sort of. 20% off all of your nutrition, any brand of dry, live, fresh, or frozen food, and 20% off of supplies. You also get 20% off of all fish, small pets, birds, and reptile purchases. And if you have a Multipet discount, because, oh yes, they charge you per pet. So if you have fish and a snake, or fish and a dog, in order to get the proper benefits, you need to pay for all of them. So let's say, in my case, I have 3 dogs and I have fish. I would have to register for all 3 dogs, because they save your dog pet in your profile here. Remember, when we went to that homepage, there's Christopher right there. So I would have to have Papa Limo, Shantoto, and Lulu. Plus the fish. Seeing where some of the problems are? This thing sucks. Now, if you have like one dog and you always go to Petco, especially if you have a large dog and you're buying a lot of food and supplies, I can understand where this monthly program could potentially become worth it. But for a 20% discount on your food and your supplies, you're probably not coming in once a month. And I guarantee you that is what Petco is gambling on. This Vital Care Premier is predatory. It is designed to profit them more money. Where PetSmart, it's free. The discount coupons, yeah, they only apply to one item. But you know what? If you're clever, like a number of the people who I've seen in the comments where they're like, I just screenshot the coupon and I can use it on multiple purchases. It doesn't go away. There's tricks. There's ways. You can use it repeatedly. Petco? Nah. Now granted, when it is $1 per gallon sale and you can go in and get an MacLeod tank for 50% off, that's a great deal compared to the normal price of aquariums like this. When I can go in and buy a 40-gallon breeder, brand new, spanking clean off the sales floor, for basically $60 instead of its normal retail price. Or you could get a 20 long for, I think it's like, ends up being $24 with tax or some nonsense like that. In Washington, Washington has higher tax rates because they apply the tax before the discount. Just a heads up, that's the way they kind of mess with you some. But in the end, that's a good deal. But that's the only good deal that Petco's really going to let you get. So unless you're buying tons and tons and tons of fish and lots of fish food, and you're like Lucas Bretz and you've got just hundreds of tanks, Vital Care is probably not for you. And the Petco Trick, not so much of a trick. They're trying to trick you. That's all I have for you today, folks. A massive thank you to so many of you who are kind of new to the channel from the PetSmart Trick video. That's actually like the best video I guess I've ever had perform on my channel, so thank you to all of you who've commented. Even if you've left me some not-so-kind comments, thank you for speaking your mind. I appreciate it. But most of you have been pretty amazing, so thanks to you folks especially. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe if you haven't yet, or share it with a friend and show them why the PetSmart Trick is so amazing, because Petco is totally not giving you the savings that PetSmart is. If you're trying to make a good deal every once in a while off a big box store, that's what you got. If you have another awesome trick at a different big box store, maybe you're outside the US and you've got some other cool tricks, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to be able to share them out with other aquarists and help them get an amazing deal on something whenever it's possible. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome.